it's a little out there.
Go on.
All right, I believe Atlantis is still here, and I believe Atlantis is the city underneath the sea that the people in Africa talk about. That has all the technology and all of this special makeup and clothing and all that good stuff. All of those spirits are a part of Atlantis.
The
That's why they
Marine?
say the marine spirits. They say that that those spirits are in nothing but lavishness and technology, right? So it tells me that at some point in time, if you were that technically advanced, you probably were on the surface. You decided to go inside. You just had the technology to do it. That's my point.
I mean to live under underwater.
To live in the earth. Remember, the Father says, on earth and in the earth. There's a reason why he tells you in the earth. Obviously, there's something going on there, bro. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't just say on the earth. He says in
Like a
the earth.
biodome where they're circulating fresh air and oxygen,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
That's
once
the
you
only way that could be even feasible
Absolutely.
to imagine. We're all caught up by the movies of Atlantis and just the technology that Swaz had mentioned. There's no doubt about it. And as well, discoverers have already taken images of underwater ruins.
that's where they can get to. But I'm talking about where we can't get to. That would be the best place for any other civilization to exist, is where we can't exist, right? Theoretically,
Yeah.
like if you were constantly having problems with us up top and you just wanted to avoid that, you would just build another arena where we couldn't get to. So no, I don't know how they're getting their stacks, but I'm gonna kind of draw back to what we were discussing earlier. They
Yeah.
could just have command over their spiritual bodies, bro. You understand? Where we don't. So when they're on the surface, they obviously need some sort of host to move around. So that's where you see that whole thing about the mermaids and all other good stuff. They need a host. You understand? They need something to attach themselves to in order to be in the flesh. But otherwise, they can go into the spirit and they go back into their city. What we think is just spirits floating and flying, they're actually traveling and coming and going. That's what I think.
You know what I want? I want to hear like a quote unquote shaman's perspective on that. Like take him to where it's at, and let him summon something and see what happens.
And Cal knows. Cal knows. He lives on an island. He know. How many stories you heard about that water, Cal?
Oh, bro, the water spreads in 95% of the population.
Like, you understand? And
It moves
I
in
don't know.
everyone.
I don't know how close you are to that, being from where you are from, Stacks, especially since Honduras is a lot more land connected. You understand? Even though y'all got plenty of water and all that other good stuff, but like Cal is the water, bro. It's no way in, no way out without water. You feel me?
We're also surrounded by water. Definitely the Caribbean Ocean, and we have the Pacific.
But you have
On
an
the
inland
west.
escape, bro.
Yes.
You
that is
understand?
true.
He has no inland escape. The only way for anyone to leave that island is to navigate those seas, bro.
I forget to mention though, Honduras does have Roatan
Talk
as
to
an island, so the only way to
Okay.
get to it is by boat.
Okay. So on that island, that trust me, if you're talking about it on the mainland, it would probably be multiplied by 3 or 5 on that island. Of how many things that they talk about in connection with that water.
It could be
You have a
possible.
lot of water sacrifices and water rituals as well, due to the Hindus being over
Whoa,
here.
whoa, whoa!
You have to listen, Stacks. We're talking about the listen. Why you think the Trinities
I'm
good?
listening.
They claim
Bro.
that Indian side heavy, bro. So you gotta. All this stuff is important because the more
This
you
is all new
understand
to me.
this, the more you understand what you're dealing
Bro,
with in front of
you
you.
ever heard of certain religions throwing gold into water?
No.
Absolutely, because I know who they paying. You know who they paying.
Yeah. they throw gold and expensive
Yeah, but
jewelry you would die for
look,
into
look,
the
look,
water.
look, look. Can I help him? Can I help him, please?
It's like we throw pennies
Yes,
into
thank
water
you.
fountains.
That's why I love you, Stacks. Cause you so smart. You already know what it is without knowing what it is. That's what that is.
Make a wish.
Yeah, but you're not making a wish. You're funding. You're funding the marine spirits. You're giving. You're
An
giving.
offering.
Yes. You're giving an offering from yourself, saying, "I'm throwing this coin with hopes that you're gonna do something for me," and it will, but with something in return.
Hmm.
Finish that story, kid. I'm pretty interested.
All right. So what happens, right? What happens? They usually and I actually got a scar on my hand because of it. Um, what they do is in certain situations, like maybe a burial or they want to do a sacrifice to one of their gods. What they do is they go into the water and they perform a ritual into the water. Like it's seen as a religious practice, but it's really a ritual inside of the water. Now I'm not so privy to everything they do because I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's scary. There there's certain things that I do research and I get my head into. These type of stuff I don't even talk about. It's actually very scary, and they throw a lot of expensive jewelry into the water. And there are certain beaches that you just know that they're there. They have their flags set up, their tents are set up. You just know who it is. They throw ashes into the water, like obviously of dead bodies and stuff like that. Um, but every once in a while, every other month, maybe sometime, they would go and do their rituals in order for good health and wealth. They go and do the rituals for what else? What else do they do it for? Commemoration, in celebration of certain things. What else? Protection.
Pregnancies.
I'm not too sure about the pregnancy one, but I would assume that's it too. Protection as well. Um,
But I think the main one for any culture that's into cultism,
fertility and
is not it's for finances.
Yeah. Well, not
Enrichment.
always. Not always. It depends. It depends on what your. It depends on your culture.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it depends on the
Mhm.
culture. Every culture is a little different, but in certain cultures, fertility is way more important than finance, bro. Especially for a woman. That's
Right.
even in this culture, bro. No disrespect to a woman that's doing her thing, but you worth nothing to a man that's doing his thing too. No disrespect. If I'm making 80 grand, 90 grand, 100 grand, 120 grand, I don't really care if my woman is making 100 grand. I'm looking for a family and being able. I'm looking for fertility. I'm looking for youth. I'm looking for certain things
Right.
you look for as a man. That's in every culture. Every culture, fertility becomes very important. But women, anybody listen to the sound of my voice, if you cannot have a baby, please do not take this route. Because what you will be delivering is not human. You understand me? That is not human what you're gonna what you will impart to this world will not be human. You will literally grab something straight from the sea. Think I'm playing. Research. Research. That's all you gotta do. Look it up. There's definitely people that have did these deals with these fertility gods, and what they produce on this earth, you don't want to see.
Now, Stacks, let me ask you a question, right? I know there's a lot of this all over the world, but why do you think the Caribbean is the base, and why do you think they call Black Caribbean women so promiscuous women? As in, they like sex dogs, really. No offense, but why do you think they're looked at as sex dogs, and why do you think the culture is so based around sex, especially Jamaica and stuff like that? Why do you think it's like that?
Okay. For me to answer that question respectfully, I would have to look at the historical events that took place in these islands, which is no secret, slavery. Supposedly, African slaves were taken to the Caribbean and they brought what they practiced, witchcraft and honoring the ancestors. We also have the colonizers that raped them, had interracial offspring. and that took a lot of you know mental breakdown of the population to really conquer them and take the resources. At least that's what the history books tell
I was
us.
just gonna ask you that. Where are you getting your history from? From the captor or from the oppressor?
Right, exactly. So I just go by what the locals have said about their history as a people. I've known a few Caribbean people from all over the Caribbean, and that's one thing in common, that sex is prominent there, and these young women um, are boasted to be sex figures, and that's part of the culture as well. It's the music. It's the music that
It's the
uh,
spirits, my brother.
the reggae and the dance hall, and then, like you mentioned, it's a spiritual element
Jezebel
that
is
exists
strong, man. Jezebel is
in the
strong in
music.
black people. That in the Caribbeans, that spirit is the strongest spirit known to man. Is Jezebel, that spirit? That spirit traipses all over the island, wherever it wants, wherever it wants, into little girls too. It'll literally turn grown men into bad situations. That's how strong Jezebel is. You understand? Like, it will try and seduce. Like, 12-year-old girls will capture that spirit and try and seduce grown ass men. Trust me when I tell you.
I have a video to send to you guys. There was a guy boasting online about how he did a 14-year-old, and what he said was, I didn't even approach her. She just looked at me and she said, "You can't handle me. You can't blah 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 with me." You know how it goes. They give you the mouthpiece, flavor, and all that. One of the main factors for us to why the Caribbean is actually the way it is because of the principality above it
Agreed.
and around it, and around it.
Being property of England.
No, he's talking about spiritual principalities, bro.
Okay.
Bro. As in,
The,
that's why
the
you find
spirits
a
in
lot
the
of
air. Remember, there's spirits in the air, there's spirits on the land, and there's spirits
But
in the
isn't
water.
she the head witch?
who's that?
Who?
The Queen
Jezebel?
of England.
No. You
Nah,
you
stop.
missing it, bro. You missing it, bro.
Stop.
You mixing
Stop.
the government up with this. Like, nah. This is spiritual first, bro.
Okay.
Fact.
Yes.
The name of the principality is Caribbean.
Okay.
Caribbean is the name of the demon.
Oh wow.
Let's
So
look
when
him
you
up.
see the
Wow.
Caribbean islands, the Caribbean Sea,
Gotta
Caribbean
look
is
that
the
up.
name of the demon. Is the name of the shanty.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Nah,
That was a good one right there, Cali Cal.
It's the name of the actual principality is in the name of the whole geographical location, bro.
That was a good one, Cali Cal. Let's see how that. Let's see how much they let us see into that. Caribbean, the demon, or yeah, we're gonna say the demon. Forget it. Jumbi.
Nah, Jumpy is something different.
Jumbi something different. But you know what they do? They switch the name. They add a letter or two. They throw you off the scent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is gonna be it is gonna be a while before you find it, but Caribbean is the actual name of the principality that causes men to be so seduced and a lot of stuff.
So called Caribbean the spirit. You just gotta put the right thing. Caribbean the spirit.
You may have to spell Caribbean a little bit differently. I've been
I
trying
know.
to find it as well, but I remember this woman had told me, and I respect her word highly. She's one of those people. She had told me, and she said, "Look around you." And this has been passed down. Information has been passed down from her line and all that. She said, "Look, this spirit is called Caribbean. Wherever you could find it, you could find it, but this spirit is called Caribbean."
I believe it, bro. I believe it. I believe it. I know how hard it's gonna be to find it too. But I'm gonna keep looking. And when I do grab it, we're gonna come back and we're gonna circle back around on this one because our people need to hear this. Not so much on your end, Cal. You understand? Because where you're from, y'all are still very much in touch with the fact that spirituality is a major focal point that you have to pay attention to. But in the States, not so much. In the States, we believe that this is why I sent you that information about pharmakia earlier, Stacks. In this country, we believe that medication can actually make you give you better behavior and help you to make better decisions and make you happy and stop. When in actuality, those pills and concoctions and really potions come directly from the underworld, literally.
Yeah.
Literally, like the same exact way the herbalist will tell you to go grab the cocoa leaves and this leaf and he gonna mix it up and make this concoction for you, is the same exact thing that they're doing, just on a massive scale. They do incantations, they do all types of rituals, and then they bring those drugs right to your doorstep. That's real, unfortunately. But no, I don't see it, but I definitely believe you. I'm gonna dig into that though, Cal, because I was always wondering how the principalities differ from the coast of Africa to the Caribbean. You understand? I know they obviously are. They're tied in with each other. You know what I'm saying?
The names are so similar. It's just that because of the switch in language, you find them saying a little bit different, a little bit weird. But yeah, trust me, it's really similar.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna find it. But no, that was good, bro. That was good. That was exactly what I was. I'm glad we kind of came back to the whole pharmacopoeia and all that good stuff, man, because that stuff's important to our people, man. We need to know that these medicines are not designed to truly help you.
Yeah,
it's the devil's help.
Look at where this Atlantis thing got us. Straight so far, but went so good.
I know, and now I gotta still study the Atlantis desert. I got a couple things I gotta look into, but hey,
I would like to look into what South Africans view the coast as, and
that's good. That's good because I only know West Africa. That's a good one, Sax. But they probably been a lot of it. It's probably been a lot. No disrespect to my Caucasians, but wherever y'all go, y'all don't leave behind any of the history. You understand? So all of that stuff has been polluted. Trust me when I tell you, bro.
I'm sure there's still locals who have generations worth of
definitely
traditions and secrets. So I'm sure it's out there, man. We just got to continue digging.
Definitely. I remember that guy that David Icke was trying to, he was bringing all over the world. There was that African guy, he was a spiritual guy, and he was talking about the reptilians. I don't know if I believe in all that stuff, but I do know that there are some shaman in Africa that hold on to supposedly the truth. So if you stumble on them, let me know, bro. So is there anything else you guys want to talk about with regard to what we've been talking about thus far?
Not at the moment. I need to find out some more about QTEL before I can make any more statements.
You Stacks, any last words? Anything you want to share with the people? We got this done a lot faster than the last time.
We've delved into various topics, all relating to the spiritual world and how it's being masqueraded with technology.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna separate that and do a part 1 and part 2 for that. So don't be surprised if you don't hear that in this, but in its entirety.
Oh yeah.
So, because I feel like we went
look forward for that.
We went left, but we went right all at the same time. You understand?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I would like to separate that and build further upon that because I know how important that is for our people, and then we can build on this and watch how eventually us digging in that arena is going to end up with a treasure chest too. I promise you. Because it's always circled around. No matter which way you go, it's only a matter of time before you stumble onto the money. It's only a matter of time. So I'm excited to dig deeper into both aspects. Our friend Errol over here and a little bit further into the spiritual side of things and to the water spirits. So I look forward to speaking to everyone. Thank you for taking the time to watch us. Please do yourself a favor, subscribe if you're interested in information like this. Hit the bell if you want to make sure that you catch it as soon as we release.